wasting any more time, I'll hand you over to Ifizz.
Hello everyone. Hello. My name is Ifizz, as Yanela has already done the introduction. Just so I can have a feel of people. Does anyone have a business or running a business? Does anyone do like 9 to 5?
Yeah, I do.
Does anyone combine both?
Yes.
Okay. Almost everyone. Okay. All right. So a bit of backstory. So I started the brand in. Actually, I don't have a start date because it was when I started. It was a hobby. It was about 2014, 2015-ish when I decided to start learning how to sew. I went to African Fashion Week in London with a friend, and I quite liked what I saw on the runway then, and I thought. I just thought I'll just start learning how to sew, and that's where the love for fashion and the love for sewing started. So I had a fashion blog, so I would like create designs, sew it, and then blog about it. But obviously blogging is not really like in vogue as much anymore. And then I just started getting people asking about, can you sew for me and all of that. I'm like, okay, maybe I can make something out of this. So in back end of 2015, I opened an Etsy store. At this time I was working corporate, so I was working a 9 to 5 as a business analyst with quite a lot of companies within the UK. And I started sewing for like people, putting them on my Etsy store and everything. And then 2017, because I worked as a contractor, I would usually have like times in between where I'm not working. So I went to Nigeria for a bit just to like up my skills. It was still a hobby, like I didn't think I was going to make anything out of it. I went to learn, and then the person that taught me how to sew then is actually my head tailor now. So 2018 I had my first child, and I think before I had the child, about 5 months before then, I'd lost the contract I was working. So I was like, I had so much time where I wasn't like doing anything. So you know, like having a baby, like first time mom, trying to find a job, and then I got a role. It wasn't even in Manchester, I was in Leeds. So I was having to do like almost 3 hours commute every day, like to Leeds and back to Manchester. Being a first time mom, like looking after a baby as well, it was like super stressful. And then I just started asking myself, I think this is when I need to like start thinking about this as a business, not just as a side hustle. But I still did not like do it full time. I was still doing my corporate role. 2020 happened during COVID. Again, I lost my contract again. And at this time, I'm like, okay, I think this is when I need to actually focus on this full time. I actually did take some time off. November came after I'd come back from my traveling. I thought, okay, let me just start doing this full time. But again, coconut head, I decided to still go look for a full-time role. I think I had quite a lot of experience working as a business analyst, but because I was contracting, I kept getting, oh, you're overqualified, or I don't think you stay long on the role. So I just thought, okay, I'll just do M.A.Dkollection full time. So this was November 2020. So this year, November, is going to make it 5 years of doing this full time. So I just carried on doing it. We've had I've had just one pop-up in London. And then I've just had a lot of, because we're mostly online, we ship like worldwide to everywhere. So I think the main thing that has actually kept us going like over these 5 years, before I decided in November, I think this would be a good way to do this full time. I was watching someone on YouTube. I think then there wasn't a lot of people like sharing what they're doing like financially, and I saw the girl's video pop up and she was like, oh, how I made 10 grand in a day. She had a boutique, she was selling clothes as well, but she's based in the US. So I'm like, wait, hang on. If she can make 10 grand in a day, even if I can only do like 400 or 500 pounds, I think I'll be fine. That's kind of like the setting goal I did for myself. But I think when God shows up, for those who are not Christians, so you know what I mean? I think when God shows up, it just like blows your mind. And there are times where we're doing like multiple thousands a day, and I'm like, this is me struggling to get 200-300 pounds roll, and they're telling me, oh, you can't do it because we don't think you'd stay. So I think things like that, and I think that's why I'm quite open to sharing like my business journey or things that I have done along the way, because I get asked quite a lot of that, like how did you build your brand, or how is it going, and all of that. So that's why I'm quite open to sharing, because I feel like before then, I didn't realize I could actually do this, because even when I was leaving my business analyst role to like do sewing full time or to run a business full time, the amount of people that kept saying, so you're leaving a BA role that you're getting paid like £400 or £500 a day to go run it, like to be a tailor. I'm like, okay, but because then like having a brand or being a tailor, I think even till now, it's not like, it wasn't really like a big deal. But because I knew what I was trying to get out of it, I didn't want to be in a situation where someone would wake up tomorrow and tell me, okay, your job is gone. I wanted to be able to control my life and how my finances or resources was coming in. So that's why I decided, okay, we'll do this and do it how I want. So now I'm able to like have time to do like so many other things. I'm working on a podcast now, so for like business owners, where people can share their journey, their stories on how they are running or building a thriving business. So I was able to get all of this started, and this year, making it 5 years, we've built a brand that is bigger than what I would have even thought. Like, from when we did our first, 2021 was our first full year, and we've just done like multiple six figures like every year. If I didn't see that people were doing this, I wouldn't have even thought that it was possible. So that's what I think it's always good to be in an environment or in a place where you can see like people are actually doing this, so that means I can do it as well. So I think that's something that has really like motivated me or pushed me along this journey so far. And I think the key takeaway from all of this now is when you're building a product, or if you're running a service-based business or product-based business, I think it's good to be in an environment where you're getting the motivation you need. Also building community, because I think like community is such a strong thing when you're running a business, because there are people that you can ask, oh, how am I doing? Or is there something I need to do better? And I think even like speaking to your customers as well, is there something I need to improve on? Is there a way we can serve you better? Is there something we need to do to like get more people to order than what they're currently ordering? So I think that building that community has really like helped the brand to grow from where we were like 4.5 years ago to where we are now. And then just being consistent, because I mean, there are times where I think like running a business, they're like really high highs and then there are really low lows. And when you get to like the really low moments, it's almost like, am I not doing something right? Or is there something else I need to be doing? But in cases like that, it's just having something else, because even when you're running a 9-to-5 or when you're doing a 9-to-5 job, you always have like side hustles or multiple income streams and stuff. So even like when you're running a business as well, it's always nice to have multiple income streams, so that if say your business, product or service-based business is not doing what it needs to do at the time it needs to do it, you can have like all the income streams coming in. I think that actually helps you make the right decision, because then you're not like looking for funds where you're not even supposed to be looking for. I think money gives you options basically, so you're able to like put out the kind of content or the kind of product you'd want to put out without like reducing the standard or reducing the quality. And that consistency along the last 4 or 5 years, or almost 5 years, has just really helped to grow M.A.Dkollection from literally starting from zero followers to, I think we've got like over 300-400 across all social media platforms, 300-400,000 across all social media platforms. So I say all of that to say that when you're starting a business, or if you're looking to grow a business, or if you're whatever space or journey you are, is just getting the right mindset, getting in the right rooms with the right people, just feeding yourself with what you think would help or benefit you, and then just being consistent, and just know that if you believe in the product that you're offering, or if you believe in the service that you're offering, things will go to where you want it to be at the right time, basically. If you've got any questions. Oh, and one more thing I need to add. I know like in the social media environment now, a lot of people would usually say, oh, you can quit your 9-to-5 and go do a business. I think from my perspective, or just from my thought process, is if you do not have like income to fall back on, at least 3 to 6 months of living expenses, I think it would be nice to like build that up first before you think of like jump in to go do business, because the entrepreneurial life would stress you out. Like the journey is stressful. There are people that have run like businesses for so many years and they still have to go through that hurdles or stress or like trying to keep afloat. So I think having that backup is always a good idea. And yeah, that's my journey in a nutshell. And hopefully if you're able to get like something from it, or if you're looking to run a business or building a business and you need someone to chat with, I'm available.
Thank you so much for coming. You are a jack of all trades. That makes sense. You're good at motivational speaking, you're good at singing, you're good at modeling, you're good at it all. Out of everything that you do, you've got maybe a charity foundation that you founded that is yet to to move and stuff. How do you actually pinpoint that? I know you found that you're good at tailing, but if one has got so many things going on, how do you pinpoint that one that actually? Because sometimes, like you said, when you are in an environment whereby you feel like, oh, I've tried, come on, maybe it's not for me, and oh, I'm not confident in social media, leave it at arms. Yeah.
I think most times, as I don't know, for people that have got like ADHD and stuff, you find that there's so many things you're interested in at the same time. For myself, what I tend to do is just focus on one thing at once.
I've been following your page for a long time.
Yes, I would say.
I love all your designs, I'm also excited about what you have come up with for the Africa UK photo shoot.
Yeah.
But I have a question, and something that I'm just wondering how you have dealt with it. I remember there was a post about Temu copying your designs. Yeah. How did you deal with this?
Well, I'm still dealing with it till now, because it wasn't just Tim, it was also Shein. Like having to, when you say copy, it's not just copying the designs, it's like copying Tandy in front of my house. Like that's just like proper theft. Anyways, I reached out to a solicitor to see if I can get them to remove it. But what the solicitor would usually say is contact the brand first. So I contacted Timo, I contacted Shein. It was quite a long process because you have to go through, there are millions of items on their sites, and then find the links to everything, and then put that on the spreadsheet and send to them. I'm like, I don't have time for this. But yeah, you had to like do all of that and then send it to them, and then their IP team would take it down. But I still had to get the lawyer to draft an email to say, can you not take anything off my website, because I mean that's proper IP, is it IP infringement or whatever it's called. But that's the process I did too. I mean, there's still so many people that literally still sell the items, even on like TikTok shop. I was saying to Sandy the other day, I don't buy anything from TikTok shop again because there's so many of our items on TikTok shop. Even if you go on AliExpress, Alibaba is everywhere. But when it's a brand that you can easily access, especially like if it's in the UK, it's easy to reach them. But if it's like AliExpress, who are you speaking with? You can decide to take it down or not take it down. So it's...
So you can... Oh, sorry. So mine is not a question per se. It's a compliment. There is an outfit that I saw on your social. It's black and it has got gold at the bottom there.
Is it the yellow?
Yeah, it's black and yellow. It's really nice, but I've seen it worn by ladies only. I know it can be versatile in a way.
I'll look into it. We can have a conversation about that.
I really love it.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. I don't know if I can diversify a bit. I don't know if you are strictly on the clothing brand or you're into other brand.
Or jack of all trades, go on.
Oh, better. Well, basically, back in Africa, I own a barber salon.
Okay.
Yeah, for me, I'm barber. I know how to cut very well, and I own 3 barber salons back in Africa. But because I don't have a capable hand, I have to shut it down. You know, you can't have a barber salon in Africa and you are here. Your name is sorry.
I know.
They're going to help you out.
Exactly.
Next of kin and the rest of them, But that aside, now I'm a businessman by profession, and I love daily money. I've not been doing this monthly money. It's not my thing right from time. This is the first time in UK I'm seeing monthly money. Back in Africa, it's daily money. You know, when you have daily money on an echo, you have to show that up like this. You know what I'm saying? But that aside, how do I fit into this place? Because I try as much as possible to own a barber salon here in UK. Probably in London, because there's some areas where I do pass. I see that this area needs barber salon. Irrespective there is no black there, but your market strategy will bring them if you are good. Yeah, so how do I go about that? Or what are the techniques, what are the things I need to do to get barber salon set up? You know.
So that way then you can to represent you. So King, even if you want to do it for quick money or because you like money, you have to be passionate saying what you're doing, very inspiring. I would really like to know what M.A.D stands for and how it came to life. I mean, you've explained how, you know, the brand came to life, however, still take videos in front of food. Yeah, how did it come to, like, what's the meaning? I inspired you to actually call it M.A.D, not something else, M.A.Dkollection.
So you know how I said I used to like make clothes and then blog about it? So I had a blog. The blog is still live now. It's called Adventure Meets Designer. And then I just switched the name, M.A.D. So instead of ADM, so M.A.D. So my sister actually came up with the name. She was like, oh, instead of Adventure Meets Designer Collection, you just call it M.A.D because M.A.D is quite catchy. Yeah. So M.A.D like meets the Adventure Designer Collection.
That's a mad idea. That's a mad idea.
Ifizzzcreations is just to appreciate your brand, you know, one of your customers. I love your brand. Keep going, keep doing what you're doing. You are making us look amazing. So we are knocking at your door every time. So thank you so much. Just because they are very unique.
Unique?
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, yes, you can.
Mine is not a question. It's more. I feel I'm gonna get very emotional. So I'll come closer to you. I've worked with Ify since I started modeling. She's one of the first people that's ever believed in me, especially when it comes to modeling. I remember I was so skinny and I used to like model on Instagram. I tried so many agencies, tried so many places. It just wasn't working. Oh, it was via Instagram. She was the first person to be like, oh, you're wearing my clothing and it's a photo shoot. Like I was in a studio. I was taking pictures in the most beautiful outfits and they made me feel so confident. I felt like all the time, since even till this day, every time I wear that piece of clothing, I feel like the queen. I feel like I'm truly
We can see it from your work styling.
And I remember when I started gaining weight, I was like, oh gosh, what are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do? I'm not a size 6 anymore. She's like, 5 measurements done, good. And she's helped me make sure or continue that feeling of confidence. And it's not just her, it's the brand. I don't think she appreciates or gets it herself that she is big. She's big. Yes. She's a big deal. She is the big deal. There's some clothes I wear, I'm like, there's no pockets. Oh God, iffy. And then I'll go talk to her because with her, there's nothing to complain. Everything is there, and she takes her time in making sure the clothes are suited for the customer. You can tell she's very, 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 very passionate, and I'm always grateful for the opportunities. We started in Manchester, we've gone to Morocco, we've gone to Lanzarote, and that's one like brand I can say, yeah, I feel at home, I feel loved, and the clothes make me feel so powerful, and she is amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Right, we'll take a little bit of a break.